Good morning, dear children. Today I am going to teach you the eighth chapter of Beehive, that is, Reach for the Top. This particular chapter is divided into two parts. First part is about Santosh Yadav, a mountaineer, and second part is about Maria Sharapova, a tennis player. But today we are going to study only the first part, that is about the Santosh Yadav, her journey of becoming a mountaineer. About the chapter, Reach for the Top is a biographical story that tells us about the lives of two great women, Santosh Yadav and Maria Sharapova. It celebrates the achievements of these two strong ladies who achieved success despite hardships. One thing common between these two was that they defied all odds to pursue their passion and succeed in it. So, nothing is impossible if you want to pursue your passion or if you are determined to achieve what you want to achieve in life. So, introduction of part 1. The first part is an inspirational account of the single minded determination and dedication of an Indian woman, Santosh Yadav. She is an Indian mountaineer. She is the first woman in the world to climb Mount Everest twice and the first woman to successfully climb Mount Everest from Kangsung Face. See, Kangsung Face is the east part of Himalayas, which is considered one of the most dangerous path. She climbed the peak first in May 1992 and then again in May 1993 with an Indo Nepalese team. Her sterling qualities of perseverance, patience, commitment, strength of purpose make her a role model for others to follow. Santosh Yadav, being born in a society where the birth of a daughter was frowned upon means the birth of a girl child is not at all welcomed in a family, is the only woman in the world to have scaled Mount Everest twice. In a society where the birth of a son was considered a blessing, Santosh's grandmother told a holy man who was giving Santosh's mother his blessing, assuming that she wanted a son. But grandmother told the holy man that she wanted a granddaughter, which came as a surprise to the holy man. Everyone, including the holy man, was surprised. Santosh was the sixth child in a family with five sons. She was the only sister to her five brothers. Santosh was born in the village of Joniawas of Rewari district in Haryana. Quite contrary to her name Santosh. So, Santosh is a Hindi name which means contentment, which means satisfied. She was not really content with her forced traditional way of life. So, from the very beginning, she used to live life on her own terms. However, she was a rebel from the very beginning. While other girls wore traditional Indian clothes, she preferred wearing shorts. While retrospecting, she says that from the very beginning she was resolute that if she chose a correct and logical path, then others would have to change, not her. That means she was very adamant that if she has chosen a right path, then nobody can change her. People in and around her have to change themselves for her. Santosh's parents were rich enough to afford to send their children to the best schools, even in New Delhi. But following the prevailing customs and traditions in the family, Santosh was made to go to the local village school. But she didn't give up. At the age of 16, when most of the girls in her village were made to get married, she also faced the same pressure. That means child marriage was very prevalent that time. So all the girls When they reached their teenage, they were forced to marry. Same pressure was put on Santosh, but she refused. But she was determined to proceed with her education. She even threatened her parents that she would never marry if she was denied proper education. That means if she will not be given proper education, she would never marry in her life. She left home and enrolled herself in a school in Delhi, but her parents refused to pay. She didn't lose hope, but she politely informed them of her plans to work part time in order to pay her school fees. So, when her parents told that they are not going to pay the school fees if she's going to take admission in Delhi, she informed that if they are not going to pay, then she will work extra time and pay her school fees. Eventually, her parents agreed to support her by paying her education fee, and her father slowly got used to her urge to study a bit more. Santosh passed the high school examinations and went to Jaipur. She joined Maharani College and even got a room in Kasturba Hostel. She remembered watching the villagers from her room in Kasturba Hostel going up and down the hill. So she really wondered where these people used to go. From her room, she used to watch them that every morning they used to go somewhere. So she was very curious to know where they used to. One day she decided to check it out herself, but she found nobody except a few mountaineers and decided to ask them if she could join them. Once they agreed and motivated her to take to climbing, there was no looking back. She saved some money and got herself enrolled in a course at Uttarkashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. After her college semesters in Jaipur ended in May, she headed straight for the training. She informed her parents that she is not going to come home this time, and instead of going home after the semester, she went for training. She had to write a letter of apology to her father for enrolling herself at Uttarkashi without asking for his permission. Santosh went on an expedition every year and eventually her climbing skills matured rapidly. She was very determined, she was very hardworking. So every year she used to go on expeditions and slowly her skills improved a lot. She became resistant to cold and the altitude since she used to do mountaineering, though she became resistant to cold and high altitudes. With a will, physical endurance, and remarkable mental toughness, she proved herself repeatedly. So every time she went for an expedition, she used to give her best. At the age of 20, Santosh scaled Mount Everest, thereby becoming the youngest woman in the world to achieve the feat. So she became the first woman in the world to scale the Mount Everest, and that too at a very young age of 20. During the 1992 Everest mission, Santosh provided special care to a fellow climber who lay dying at the South Col. Even though she failed to save him, she managed to save another climber by sharing her oxygen with him. So, this shows that she was very caring and a helping kind of girl. Within 12 months, she was invited to an Indo Nepalese women expedition. She then scaled Mount Everest a second time, setting the record as the only woman to have scaled the Everest twice. The Indian government honored her with the Padma Shri for her contribution in securing for herself India a unique place in the field of mountaineering. Santosh said that when she was at the top of the world, it took her some time to let the overwhelming moment sink in. Suppose the thing you want to achieve in life, when you achieve that moment, when you achieve that thing, that moment becomes very, very special to you. So when she reached the top, That particular moment was very overwhelming. It took her time to just to realize that yeah, she is on the top of Mount Everest. And when she unfolded the Indian flag on the top of the world, she felt proud as an Indian. While I am reading this, I am getting goosebumps. My God, what a proud feeling it would have been when she would have unfolded the Indian national flag on the top of Mount Everest. She is also a fervent environmentalist. Fervent in means having strong and sincere feelings. Santosh collected and brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. See, children, this is becoming a very serious problem these days. People they go for trekking, then they leave the trash there, and in this way they are harming the environment. So many volunteers from India and Nepal they are working towards it. They bring down the trash. So all of us today should take an oath that we will never do any harm to our environment, and whatever we can we will do to protect our environment. With this we come to the end of the first part of this chapter. In the next class we'll do the second part. Till then, find out the question answers. Try to do the exercises. Please don't leave the exercises. Try to do it. If you are not able to find the answers or anywhere you're finding any difficulty, feel free to ask. But don't leave the exercises. Till then, have a great day. Bye bye.